All right. Excuse me. We can checking, make sure we're staying on the time. We're going to go back to our learning note. All right. So I found a few. Let me see the learning note. I found a few correct answer already. For example. For example, we could use this one. There we go. And there are more than one way to get our answer. So this answer, we can see that they use floor division. And remember, floor division will only keep the integer part. So if we would like to get at least reach everybody once, so we might want to add one. Question? I'm getting 40. In reality, it will be round up when there is any remainder. There is an easy way to round up to the nearest integer when there is any remainder. I think in this case, there is remainder, and we always have to round up in this occasion. So it's round function can achieve that. Or we can add one. So it will take 15 surveys. So the answer right now, the floor function will always have to add one. So we use add one right here. Once we take the integer part, we always add one. Even though round function may not necessarily achieve that. All right. So the result should be 15. And if we go back to our learning notes. Okay, so I think we're going to finish our session on this data type and conversion. We have learned you could use, for example, there are 3 types of data: integer, floating, and string. Integer and floating, they can be mixed, but not string and the number types. So if you have a string and the number types, you do have to convert them. Let me go back. You do have to convert them as we've shown right here. And if you are performing divisions, there are 3 types. Floor is going to get the integer part, and the 1// that's performing the Euro division, and modular is going to be using the %. And we also talk about we can convert one type to another by directly using the function called int, string, or float. All right, so the next little session, we're going to move on to building, function, and help. So this will be a little easier for us to digest because we have already seen a lot of functions already. For example, print is a function. You read that. Print is a function, and we learned str, string is a function, and integer is a function. Earlier, we also learned len, length, is also another function. So there are a lot of building functions we have seen. So we're going to find out how we can use built-in functions, how we can find out what they do, essentially how do we get help, and what kind of errors can occur in programs. So a function may take 0 or more argument. For example, when we see print function, you could print nothing. Let me add another code chunk, functions, and help. All right. So we can print a sequence of one. We can print using a function called a max function, and we can print the max number of a sequence of number 1, 2, 3. And then it will return to us 3. Or we don't have to print anything. So that's 0 argument. So alternatively, if you would like to print only print 1 or a string, that will give you an error message. So that means function may only work for certain combinations of arguments. If you have this command, that will give you the error, because max function can only take a list of a sequence of the same type, but not different mixed type. So if you mix one and the string type, it will not support and will give you the error message. So this is a typical way you will encounter error, and we can fix that by providing the same type. So next is function may have default values for some argument. For example, round function. Round function can round a number to, by default, it will round to 0 decimal place. Let's say if we have 3 and 712 thousandths. So by using round function in default, it will give you number 4. So if we would like to get, for example, I would like to round to keep 2 decimal places, and you would like to find help for that, you could type help function and type the function name to look for help. So this help function gives you how to use this round function. The first argument is the number you would like to round, and the second argument is the number of digit you would like to keep. So if you want to keep 2 decimal places, you could have number of a digit to keep will be 2. All right. I think that's the end of this little session. And any questions about using function and getting help? So this will be an easier section. We learned how to find function, how to find help for a particular function using help function. Any questions about function and looking for help? All right. Okay, thank you. Let's try that. Found a way to round up to the nearest integer if there is any remainder, but a little ahead of what we're right now. Integer and plus number divided by Okay, that's right. Yes, thanks for sharing. That's a very good point. So another way, if you would like to always get the correct answer, if the first, if you're unsure about the first number. So thanks, Catherine, for sharing. Catherine just shared his her answer for our previous challenge question. So she used int function and then to get the integer part and plus the modular and then to check whether the modular is greater than 0. Alternatively, we could also do we could subtract the the whole number by 1. So you can't see my Jupyter notebook. Thank you for telling me that. I'm sharing that. So I just pasted Catherine's answer. I think that's a great answer for us to get the answer of 15 in this case. Alternatively, I think we could also get there by using the numerator subtract 1. For example, the numerator subtract 1, and then we add 1. So if we subtract 1, we make sure, just in case of evenly divided, because we add 1 always. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I hope you all can see that. And there definitely, for that challenge question, there's definitely more than one way to get to the solution. Right. Should always get 15. All right. Let me see the chat and see any questions. Somebody posted another solution with if statement. If, okay, that will work. Yes, so if statement will work too, because you're checking whether the modular is greater than 0, and then if so, you're going to add 1 to that.